Let's take a close look at the long list of evidence surrounding the shooting of Michael Brown so we can clear up some of these half-truths and hysteria. First of all, many people were accusing the police officer of shooting him in the back as he ran away, but autopsy reports revealed that he was shot in the front. Many people are wondering why he was shot 6 times, saying that that was excessive force, thinking that the police officer could have shot him once or twice to neutralize a threat, unaware that it just takes a second to pop off 6 rounds. And people trained with the firearm are trained to empty the clip and to fire repeatedly until the threat is neutralized. And it takes this long to fire off 6 rounds. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. So a police officer is not going to just shoot once or twice and then look to see, oh, did I get him? Did I get him? You know, the gun's bouncing around. It's in the heat of the moment. You're going to shoot multiple times in a second to empty a clip. So that clears up. Why did he shoot him 6 times? By the way, what most people are overlooking is the report that Michael Brown attacked the police officer. He actually went to the hospital with facial injuries. The cop did. And Michael Brown being 6'4", some reports pin him at 290 pounds. Let's just say he was 260, 270 pounds. That's a lethal weapon if you're committing assault against somebody. And if somebody that size is attacking you and you have a gun, you're going to use it. You're going to use it. And let's just continue down here. By the way, most of the people that are captivated by this case, literally, I'm not joking, this isn't figurative, this isn't hyperbole, I mean literally, couldn't find Missouri on a map. Sure, they can Google it. That doesn't count. I'm talking about point out Missouri on a map, you morons. They couldn't do it. But this case has captivated the country. Let's continue here. By the way, eyewitnesses do report that Michael Brown, quote, bum rushed the cop. Of course, many people are reporting that eyewitnesses are claiming that he had his hands up and that he was saying, don't shoot, don't shoot. But eyewitness testimony is actually the least accurate form of, quote, evidence. Go and check out this Discovery Channel documentary, When Eyes Deceive. It's just a clip, four-minute clip on YouTube. And you can actually see with your own eyes that when they do an eyewitness test, they have students break into a classroom and steal the professor's briefcase, etc., and run out. And they ask the students to identify the suspect. It's just incredible. I mean, they were sitting right there, 30 feet from the suspect, and they couldn't even name him. I mean, one guy in one of the episodes that I had seen on eyewitness testimony actually reported that the guy was wearing like a blue hat. The suspect was wearing a blue hat. He said the student himself, identifying the suspect, was actually wearing the blue hat. So he projected his own self. By the way, in Criminal Evidence, Principles and Procedures, the 5th edition, a college textbook on criminology, on page 232, a book that I do own, that I have studied, the problem with mistaken eyewitness identification. In the 1960s, the International Association of Police Chiefs recognized that eyewitness testimony and the identification and description is regarded as a most unreliable form of evidence and causes more miscarriages of justice than any other proof. Eyewitness testimony simply cannot be trusted. By the way, here's Michael Brown, of course, robbing a gas station, committing allegedly strong-arm robbery, a felony, just minutes before he was encountered by the police officer. And people are saying that it shouldn't matter. The Huffington Compost, it doesn't matter if he just robbed the gas station. Well, I'll tell you exactly why it does, and pretty much what happened at this unfortunate situation is Michael Brown was encountered by the police officer, and of course people say, well, the cop didn't even know. The cop didn't know that was him. That still doesn't matter, because Michael Brown knew that he just committed a robbery, and he gets approached by a police officer, thinks that he is now busted, attacks the police officer, again, sending him to the hospital with facial injuries. That's something that's one piece of evidence that everyone's just ignoring. And, the fact that this is the #1 story in the country, just hyped up, the mainstream media's narrative is being, worshipped and guzzled and swallowed by the masses. Just should be suspect in and of itself. But, by the way, when this footage first came out of him robbing, the conspiracy theories, the people in denial, literally in denial, psychological denial, were saying that wasn't him. That's not him. He's not wearing the same clothes. Yeah, he clearly is. I mean, you see the photo of his dead body laying in the street. He's wearing the exact same clothes, the exact same, socks and sandals or whatever kind of weird looking shoes these are. Exactly that. And the family attorney admits that it was him, and his friend who was with him admits that it was him. So that clearly right there, just wrong, in denial. It's not him. It's not him. Yes, it was him. And then they say, well, the cop didn't know that he was a suspect. That doesn't matter either, because Michael Brown knew that he just committed a robbery. And put two and two together, you just committed a robbery a few minutes ago, a police officer comes up to you, you start thinking, you're busted. Instead of running, he looks like all reasonable conclusion is that he attacked the police officer, again, sending him to the hospital with facial injuries. Very sad. Now, of course, the sniper rifles, the police state presence, the militarized police reaction was completely overblown. It's something you would see in a war-torn country, and this is something that people can't get. I mean, we're talking about the general public here. I mean, you can't really expect them to really even understand, to comprehend anything, particularly complex like a situation like this. So the people who start attacking me say, are you defending the police sniper rifles on the people? No. But you're defending the fact that an angry mob, just looted a gas station to get some free candy and soda and then burnt it down and then went and robbed a tire store to get some free rims and then went and robbed a shoe store to get some free Air Jordans. Not exactly the way that you want to kind of, get justice for somebody. But again, this is what happens in a New World Order. Angry mob, dumbed down society from people who literally can't find Missouri on a map, right? I mean, I'm not joking. You can't do it. Anyway, meanwhile in Chicago this weekend, 7 people murdered and 29 others wounded, including a 16-year-old boy shot in the head. You would think that would be, something that maybe would captivate the whole country. I mean, just one weekend, 7 people murdered, 29 other people wounded in an American city, which happens every single day, by the way. I mean, just then later, after that report came out, then 2 more people were murdered and 6 other people were shot. I mean, just absolutely incredible, the just chaos and the carnage in Chicago. But it's not trendy. You can't captivate the country with a racially divisive story like you can with the Michael Brown case. So there's a couple interesting points that most people are ignoring. Most people are in denial, of course, just reacting to half-truth, to little sound bites. Again, just the fact that most people even are concerned about this is an incredible exercise in social media psychology. While they literally couldn't care less about situations in their own community, everybody is rallying around a town and a state that they couldn't even identify on a map of America. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. Check out some of the previous videos in the playlists, and stay tuned. There's more videos coming soon.